Hello students, today I would like to start the topic circles. It is a very big topic. It is the first topic in your geometry related to second year prescribed in your syllabus. It has so many definitions as well as so many concepts and so many conditions are there. The concepts involving one by one interlink each other. So it is a big topic, but don't fear. Once if you know thoroughly, once if you listen each and everything, it is very easy for you. It creates some interest on you. Sure, once if you know thoroughly, it is easy for you and you can do all the problems within 2-3 minutes from IPE to IIT. Only thing is, you have to listen very, very carefully and you have to observe how the teacher increase the concepts, how the teacher develop the subject, how the teacher using the logics. Once if you follow all these things, it is very easy for you. From IPE questions to IIT questions, you can easily do by drawing the diagram itself. Once if you know the concept thoroughly, you can easily solve the problems 50-60% by drawing the figure itself. This is the flexibility only in your geometry. So, you have to learn each and everything with concentration. Once if I complete the class, you take a white paper and write down how many concepts are remembering. Once if you have at least 10 concepts on your paper, our class is success. These are not my words. These are the words, golden words given by our director sir. So, I am going to start the class, that is circles. Now, today I am going to introduce the concepts related to circles, like what is a circle? What is the equation of circle? How to form the equation of circle? What is the standard equation of circle? What is general equation of circle? How to find the equation of circle from the general second degree equation? Now, we see the concepts related to equation of circle by satisfying different conditions and lengths of x and y intercept made by the one coordinate axis touches this circle, and also we discuss all the problems related to the all above concepts what we discussed. So, let us see one by one. Dear students, listen very, very carefully to get more concept and more confidence. Your topic is here, circles. See this one. First of all, this is the definition. I will explain the definition later by seeing this diagram. Consider this is a fixed point as shown in this figure. This is your fixed point. See, say. Now, I am giving some points to you like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Observe these 8 points on this diagram. What do you say? I think all these points which are equidistant from this point C. Am I correct or not? Let us see. These are the distances from my fixed point to all these 8 points. Clearly you can observe that these are equidistant from this point. Now, you collect all such type of points, you can get some locus. That locus is nothing but your circle. That locus is your nothing but circle. So, you can define the circle as the locus of point which moves in a plane so that its distance from fixed point is equal to the given distance is called a circle. This is the way to define the circle. That means to construct a circle, what do you need? You need some fixed point and fixed distance. So, you have to collect all the points. Locus means what? Points which satisfies the given condition. Path of the point. Of what? which moves in a plane so that its distance from fixed point, so you have to take one fixed point, is equal to what? Given distance, that is a fixed distance, is called a circle. So fix the point and fix some distance, let us say r. You collect all the points in this plane such that the distance from the given point to all these points are at equidistance, then we get locus. That locus is called what? Circle. Here the fixed point is called what? Fixed point is nothing but center of the circle. What I am saying? Center of the circle. Fixed point is called center. Distance. Given distance is called radius of the circle. So these are the two definitions we obtained. The fixed point is called what? Center, and the given distance is called what? Radius. So if you take any point on the circumference of the circle, the distances are always equal. You can draw infinite number of lines like this. You can take infinite number of points on this. This is called circumference of the circle. All these are equal to r. This constant distance is called what? Radius. And the fixed point what you take is called center of the circle. In this manner, we can define the definition of the circle. Are you followed or not? So to construct a circle, you take some fixed and fixed distance. From that fixed point, you have to locate all the points which are at the fixed distance. The collection of all these points, that is the locus of point, is nothing but your locus, that is circle. So this is the way to define the circle. The fixed point is called what? Center. The constant distance is called what? Radius of the circle. So to construct a circle, what do you need? Fixed point, that is center and radius. These are the two things. Once if you know the center and radius, you can easily construct the circle. So this is the definition. Once if you have the definition, you are in a position to write its equation. In geometry, once if you have definition, immediately it follows some theorem that is related to finding its equation or its tangents or normals, whatever it may be, immediately you have some theorem. Let us see this theorem. Can you expect what is this? The equation of circle with center at x1 comma y1 and radius r is what I am saying, x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to r square. This is the simple theorem for you. What I am saying, you have to find out the equation of circle with what they are given to you. Center at x1 y1 and radius is what? R is x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to r square. That means center is given to you, radius is also given to you. You have to show that equation of circle is like this. That means this is the equation which satisfies all the points on the circumference of the circle. Am I correct or not? How to prove this one? Let us see. This is your fixed point, that is your center C x1 comma y1. Right? This is your radius, fixed distance, that is r. Now you have to find out the equation of circle like this. If you take any point on the circumference of the circle, each and every distance that is equal to what? Radius of the circle. This is radius. So what is my plan? You take any point on the circumference of your circle, the distance from that point to your fixed point C, which is always constant, to what? Our radius. Suppose you take some point P on the circumference of circle, what is the distance from here to here? R units. The distance from here to here is what? R units. So you take any point on this locus, always you have to take some point on this locus is h comma k. Let P is equals to h comma k be any point on the circumference of circle with the center at x1 comma y1. What is given to you? Center is what? x1 comma y1. This is the center. This is some point on the circumference of circle. Now my question is, what is the distance from here to here? R. Because the fixed distance is what? The distance from fixed point to your sum of the point on the locus. So the distance Cp is nothing but R units. Cp means 2-point distance. Can you write the 2-point distance or not? What is that? Root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. H minus x1 whole square plus k minus y1 whole square, that is equals to R. Squaring on both sides, what happened? H minus x1 whole square plus k minus y1 whole square is equal to R square. By sides we get in this manner. This is the condition for all h comma k. Am I correct or not? So can I write the locus of h comma k or not? So the locus of h comma k is x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equal to R square. This is the very, very simple theorem for you. Once if you know the center and radius, you can easily write the equation of circle by this formula itself, that is x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to R square. Understand? Only the logic is Cp is equals to R. 2-point distance is equals to fixed distance, that is your radius R. In this manner we can write the equation of circle. So once if you have the coordinates of center and radius, you can write easily the equation of circle. Suppose the center of the circle is 1, 2 with radius 3 units. How to write the equation of circle? This is your center h comma k or x1 comma y1. This is the center x1 comma y1, radius 3. What is my formula? X minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to R square. That is x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is equals to, what is our radius? 3 square. This is your answer. 3 square means 9. So x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is equals to 9 is the equation of circle. Suppose the center of the circle is 0, 0 with radius is some 5 units. Write that one, x square, that is x minus 0 whole square plus y square, y minus 0 whole square, that is 5 square, that is nothing but 25. Very easy to construct the equation of circle by knowing the center and radius. X minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to R square. Just if you know the center and radius, you can easily write the equation. My dear students, if any second degree equation can be put in the form like x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square equal to R square, that always represents a circle with center at x1, y1 and radius R units. For example, x minus 2 whole square plus y plus 3 whole square is equal to 16 is there. This is the equation of circle because it is in the form. So can you compare with this? Immediately we obtain x1 comma y1 is what, like 2 comma minus 3. This is the center of the circle. This is R square. R square. From that you can easily calculate the value of R as 4. So center is 2 comma minus 3 and radius is R is equals to 4. Once if you know the center and radius, you can form the equation of circle. Once if you put the second degree equation in this form, you can write easily the center and radius in this manner. So this is the theorem. Equation of circle with center at x1, y1 and radius R is like this. Now, how to develop this equation? This is my next question. Once if you write the equation of circle, nothing. We are developing the subject. That is why I am going to change this equation in the standard form of circle. Once if you put in the equation in your some standard form, you can develop so many properties of the circle. That is my intention. I would like to change this equation into the standard form of the circle. Okay. This is the standard equation of circle. How to obtain the standard equation of circle? We have the equation of circle with center at x1 comma y1, radius r is what? X minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equal to r square. This is the equation of circle with center at x1, y1 and radius r. I would like to expand this equation. We get x square. Also we obtain y square. Y square minus 2x1x minus 2y1y. Am I correct or not? Plus x1 square plus y1 square minus r square. This is the constant. Plus x1 square plus y1 square minus r square is equal to 0. So the equation can be written in this form. To get the standard form, I am going to choose this minus x1 as g, this minus y1 as f, and x1 square plus y1 square minus r square is some constant c. That is not center, dear students, that is some constant c. From that, the above equation becomes what? X square plus y square plus 2gx, because instead of minus x1 I am going to write g, x plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. This is called standard equation of the circle. So we have first of all the equation of circle in this form. Next we obtain the circle equation in this form. What is the equation of circle? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Suppose your equation is in this form, can I write the center and radius or not? You are in a position to write its center and radius. From that equation, what is x1? x1 is equal to minus g. What is y1? y1 is equals to minus f. And substitute this x1, y1 there, minus g whole square plus, what is y1? Minus f. Minus f whole square minus r is equal to c. From that, can I calculate the radius of circle or not? Immediately we have radius square is equals to g square plus f square minus c. Take r square to the right side and c to the left side. Minus g whole square is nothing but g square, minus f whole square is nothing but f square. From that, the value of r is what? R is equals to root of g square plus f square minus c. Why I am not taking plus or minus? Your radius is always positive. Then only you get the real circle. I will explain. Next, r is equal to root of g square plus f square minus c. What is my center here? x1 comma y1. That is equals to minus g comma minus f. This is the center of circle and radius. What is the center? x1 comma y1. This can be written in the form of minus g comma minus f. Now you can connect this equation to here. Once if your equation is in this form, your center is minus g comma minus f and radius is root of g square plus f square minus c. By looking the equation itself, how to write center and radius? Let us see the students. Here 2g is there. What is the half of the value? That is, what is the half of x coefficient of x here? G. Take minus sign, minus g. What is the half of value of 2f? That is f. Half of its value is f and taking its minus sign, that is minus f. It gives itself center of the circle. By squaring and adding and subtract constant, you get the radius by taking its square root. By taking its square root, we can easily obtain the center and radius of the circle when it is in the standard form. For example, x square plus y square plus 4x minus 2y minus 1 equal to 0. Now my question is it circle or not? x square is there, y square, x term, y term, constant is there. Sometimes I will give the condition within seconds. First of all, I would like to find the center and radius. Now see here, what is x coefficient? 4. What is its half value? 2. Take minus. What is y coefficient? Minus 2. Our y coefficient is minus 2. What is the half value? Minus 1. Change the sign, plus. Immediately we obtain the center. Take half of the x and y coefficients and change its signs, we get the center of the circle. So your center is minus 2 comma plus 1. 2 minus 1, take minus sign, plus 1. This is the center. How to obtain radius? Squaring and adding. 4 plus 1 minus of minus, minus, see, minus of minus plus, that is what? Root 6. So you have the center at the minus 2 comma plus 1, radius is root 6 units. Dear students, see here, observe this equation. What you have? X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. X square and y square is there. Always your coefficient of x square and coefficient of y square is equal to 1 in your standard form. There is no xy term. These are the two conditions represents a circle. One more condition is also there to get the real circle. Okay, what is the first condition? Coefficient of x square is equal to coefficient of y square is equal to 1, and xy coefficient, suppose say it is h, say h is equal to 0. The coefficient of xy is h, then equals to 0. So coefficient of x square is equal to coefficient of y square, that is must and should be equal to 1. Then only the equation represents a circle, and there is no xy term in my second degree equation. It represents a circle, and moreover, what is the radius of circle? Root of g square plus f square minus c, and if your under root value is positive, we get the real circle. Under root value equal to 0, we get a point circle, that is just a dot. Your radius is what? 0. And if g square plus f square minus c is less than 0, then the circle is called imaginary circle, and this equation is always represented by capital S. So once if you have the equation of circle, immediately you are in a position to write its center and radius. Also you can check whether it is a real circle or point circle or imaginary circle. If the radius of the circle, we say that it is point circle. If it is greater than 0, called real circle. Less than 0, it is imaginary circle with real center. Imaginary circle with real center. So just I summarize to you. First of all, we see the definition of the circle. Okay, next how to find the equation of circle, and then we obtain the standard equation of the circle. We discussed 3 things. What is circle? What is the equation of circle? How to find the equation of circle, and how can you put in this standard form of the equation of circle, that is of the form x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equal to r square 2 x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. What is the center here? Minus g comma minus f, and what is the radius here? Root of g square plus f square minus c. Understand? Now let us see how to obtain the equation of circle from the general second degree equation of circle. How to write its center and radius. That is the next thing. Okay. This is the general equation of circle. How to obtain the general equation of circle from the general second degree equation. All of you know what is the general second degree equation of general second degree equation. Ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2f plus c equal to 0. Once if I write this equation, all the students fell in wrong. Yes sir, it represents a pair of straight lines. This is just a second degree equation. If it satisfies some conditions, that second degree equation becomes sometimes pair of straight line, sometimes circle, sometimes parabola, sometimes ellipse, sometimes hyperbola, like that. This is just second degree equation. In your first year, you have the equation, your teacher saying this is represents pair of straight lines. But yes, this represents pair of straight lines, it follows some condition. Understand? Here I am saying this is just a second degree equation. This second degree equation becomes my circle. The following conditions are like this. Number 1, what is my first condition? Coefficient of x square is equal to coefficient of y square that is not equal to 0. In my standard form, what I am taking? That as 1. Here, coefficient of x square is equal to coefficient of y square not equal to 0. We mean a is equals to b that is not equal to 0. This is my first condition. What is my second condition? There is no xy term in your circle. If xy is there, you can't express your equation in the form x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to r square. That is why coefficient of xy equal to 0. That means what? That is h is equals to 0. And third one is g square plus f square minus ac should be greater than or equal to 0. This is for radius condition. This is for the real radius. These are the three conditions. If my equation satisfies these three conditions, we say that the second degree equation represents a circle. So I am going to apply these three conditions. The above equation becomes what? Ax square plus this is 0 because h is 0. By square becomes what? Ay square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. This is your circle. What is the difference from the standard form and here? Only the coefficient of x square are equal to coefficient of y square. There your a value is 1, here if a is equal to 1, this equation becomes what? Standard form. Here a must and should be not equal to 0. How to find the center and radius of this equation? Since a not equal to 0, immediately without fear you can divide with the equation by a. What happened? That is x square plus y square plus 2g by ax plus 2f by ay, since because your b is equal to a, plus c by a equal to 0. Dear students, is it in the standard form or not? Yes. Coefficient of x square equal to 1, coefficient of y square equal to 1, there is no xy term, must and should be represents a circle. I already explained shortcut to find the center and radius. What you have to do? Take half of the value of y coefficients. You must and should convert the coefficient of x square and coefficient of y square is 1. Your job is 99% completed. Also you get the center and radius without wrong. So what is half of value? G by a. What is its half of value? F by a. Don't forget, put minus sign. So this is minus g by a comma minus f by a is the center. Within fraction of seconds by looking the equation itself we write the center. Once if you know the center, you can write the equation, you can write the radius of the circle by squaring and adding. G square by a square plus f square by a square and subtract the constant value minus c by a. On simplifying, what is the value now? This is root of g square plus f square minus ac square. When it is coming to the outside, that is modulus of a. Root x square is mod x. This is always positive, my dear students. Root of g square plus f square minus ac by modulus of a is always positive and it is exists when g square plus f square minus ac should be greater than or equal to 0. That is why the third condition is framing in this manner. G square plus f square minus ac should be greater than or equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, the equation becomes point circle. If it is greater than 0, that becomes real circle. If it is less than 0, your circle is imaginary. In this manner, we can find the general equation of the circle. Okay. Here, let us see some example. 3x square plus 3y square minus 6x plus 9y minus 1 equal to 0. Consider this equation. Is it represents circle or not? Yes. Immediately it represents a circle. Coefficient of x square is equal to coefficient of y square is not equal to 0 and there is no xy term. 100% it represents a circle. To get the center and radius, don't mug up those above formulas. Okay. You just divide it with 3. What happened? X square plus y square minus 2x plus 3y minus 1 by 3 is equal to 0. This is the circle equation. Convert it into the standard form. What is center now? Center is equal to, write half values, minus 1 and 3 by 2. These are the half of x and y coefficients. Signs. That's it. 1 comma minus 3 by 2. Take half of x and y coefficients, change their signs, you get the center. And radius is nothing but root of squaring and adding. That is 1 plus 9 by 4 minus constant. Already minus 1 by 3 is there. Minus of minus plus 1 by 3. So you can take the LCM. That is 12. 12 plus 3 nines, 27 plus 4. 31 plus 12. This is 31, 12, 43. So root of 43 by root of 43 by 12. This is your radius of the circle. Okay. 31 plus 12, 43 by square by 12 itself. No need to simplify this one. This is the way to find out the center and radius of circle, even though your equation is in the general form. So convert into the standard form and write center and radius. This is the way to find the equation of general form of the circle and recognition of the general equation of circle and finding the center and radius in this session. Next, let us see the problem related to the above concept. This is the problem. See here, find the equation of circle of radius 5 units whose center lies on x-axis and passing through the point 2, 3. Read the question once again. Find the equation of circle with radius 5 units. Radius is given to you, whose center is not in the direct form. They are given the condition lies on x-axis and passing through the point 2, 3. This is the condition. So once if you know the center and radius, you can write easily the equation of circle by the formula x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equal to r square. In your problem, radius is given directly to you. You can use, that is 5 units. But your problem is to evaluation of the coordinates of center here. Once if you find the center, your job is over. By you can easily write x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square equal to r square. Just I am going to draw the figure first of all to understand this question. This is your required circle, right? And whose center lies on what? X-axis. This is your center. What is its circle? 5 units. That means the distance from center to any point on the circumference of the circle is 5 units. Your point P is what? 2, 3. The distance from here to here is 5 units. This is the given data. Am I correct or not? Once if you know the coordinates of C, your job is over. From figure itself, you can find the coordinates of center. What is this, students? This is x-axis. On x-axis, the coordinates of every point is of the form some x1 comma 0. Am I correct or not? Y coordinate is always 0. So, this is say some x1 comma 0. Your target becomes what? Finding the value of x1. I think 100% of the students understand how to find x1. Am I correct or not? There are 2 points and distance is also there between them. So can you find the x1 or not? Cp is equals to 5 by the fundamental definition. From itself, Cp square is equals to 25. Cp square means C into P, not C into P. The distance from C to P. That is x1 minus 2 whole square plus y1, that is 0 here. 0 minus 3 whole square is equals to 25. Implies x1 minus 2 whole square is equals to 25 minus 9. What is that value? 16. From itself you can calculate x1 minus 2 as plus or minus 4. So can I get the x value or not? Implies x1 is equals to 2 plus or minus 4. That is nothing but either 6 or minus 2. So you have the C value, C coordinates, that is C is equals to 6 comma 0 or minus 2 comma 0. These are the 2 possible values of center, like that. So if it is minus 2 comma 0, there exists another circle like this. Same work. Center may be like that. Your center is 6 comma 0. One circle center having at 6 comma 0, other circle center is at minus 2 comma 0, satisfies my conditions having radius 5, passing through 2 comma 3, center like x-axis. There exist 2 circles because you have 2 centers possibilities there. So center and radius, you know that you can write the equation of circle by x minus 6 whole square plus y square is equals to r square 25. This is one equation, and another one is x minus of minus x plus 2 whole square plus y square is equals to radius is same, that is 25. See here, once if you know the forming the diagram from the given question, understand the question, how to apply the concepts what you know, it is very easy to crack these questions. Okay, in this question radius is directly given to you, center is indirectly given to you. For that, your center lies on x-axis at the same time and radius is 5 units is given to you. From these 2 conditions, we obtain the 2 equation circles as shown in this figure. What are the conditions here? Radius is given to you and center lies on x-axis is given to you, and the circle passing through the point 2 comma 3 is also given to you. 3 conditions are given to you. We obtain 2 equations of the circles satisfies the given conditions. Understand? Let us see the next. Find the image of circle like that. Its equation is given to you. X square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y minus 4 is equals to 0. In the line 2x minus 3y plus 5 is equals to 0. 2x minus 3y plus 5 equal to 0. What is the question? You have to find out the image of circle with respect to the line. Image. Image means you have to find the reflection of some equation with respect to this mirror. What is the mirror? 2x minus 3y plus 5 is equals to 0. That means what? X square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y is equals to 0. So this is the circle, say x square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y minus 4 equal to 0. This is the given equation of circle. See this question. Find the image of circle x square plus y square minus 2x plus 4y minus 4 equal to 0 with respect to the line 2x minus 3y plus 5 equal to 0. This is the circle. We have to find out the image of circle with respect to this line. So, this is the center of the circle. This is the given line 2x minus 3y plus 5 equal to 0. Its image comes here. Am I correct or not? Image of circle with respect to line gives what? Image is circle. So, this is the image of circle. This is general mirror like that. Okay. So, if you find the image of circle with respect to line, you get another circle having its center is like this. So, this is the line joining of the centers of given circle and image circle. Observe the figure. Can you find the equation of circle by what we discussed in the concepts earlier? Imagine yourself. Once if you get the third, our work is going rightly. Otherwise, something is going wrong. You can, all of you imagine, this is entire circle equation is given to you. From the equation itself, we can say that the center of the circle is 1 comma minus 2. Am I correct or not? Take half of the values and put minus sign. You get center of the circle is 1 comma minus 2. What is the radius of the circle? Root of squaring and adding 1 plus 4 minus of minus plus 4, that is equals to 3 units. Radius of circle is what? 3 units. You have the center and radius. This is the circle. My idea is you are going to find out this equation of circle. By observing these two equations, both have same strength. That is, I mean radius. Both have the same radius. If it is 3 units, automatically the radius of the required circle is also 3 units. Radius part is over. Now, how to find the center of our required circle? Observe, my dear students, this is nothing but image of this point with respect to this line. Image of center of circle is this one. Image of center of circle with respect to this line is this one. Am I correct or not? From the figure itself. Then only we obtain the image of circle with respect to circle. So your job becomes what? Finding the image of center of circle with respect to. Immediately we obtain the center of the circle. Once if you know the center and radius, you can easily write the equation of the circle. So your plan becomes image. You have to find out the image of line. Image of the point. What is your point? 1 comma minus 2 with respect to my line. That is what? 2x minus 3y plus 5 equal to 0. This is image. All of you know the formula of image. If it is say h comma k, h minus x1 by a is equals to k minus y1 by b is equal to minus 2 times of ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square. In your first year, you know this formula well. So I am going to apply this one. H minus x1. What is your x1? 1 by a is 2. That is equals to k minus of minus plus 2 by minus 3. H minus x1 by a is equals to k minus y1 by b is equals to minus 2 times of ax1 1 into 2 2 by1 plus 6 plus c 5 by a square plus b square 4 plus 9, that is 13. What is 7 plus 6? 13. 13 gets cancelled. So we have h minus 1 by 2 is equals to k plus 2 by minus 3 is equals to minus 2. From this equation, you can easily obtain the k value. What is h value? H and k value. What is h value? Minus 4 plus 1, that is minus 3. What is k value? 6 minus 2. 3 2s are 6, minus 2. 6 minus 2, that is 4. What is the center of the circle? Now, this is the h comma k is your image, that is your required center, minus 4. So minus 3 comma 4 is your center. You know the radius, that is 3. Once if you know the center and radius, you can easily write the equation of circle by the formula x minus x1 whole square, that is x plus 3 whole square plus y minus 4 whole square is equals to r square, that is 3 square, that is 9. Over. Dear students, remember one thing, once if you know the concepts related to only circle, it is not enough. You know all the concepts what you learned in previous classes also, previous chapters also. In this problem, you know well known about the what is center, what is the radius, how to find them, how to get equation of general equation of circle, you know all these things. I agree with you. But once if you are missing finding the image, already you know in your first year, once if you are missing this formula, position to do this problem. So you learn all these concepts, then only you can crack these problems. So in your second year concept, only the thing is imagination of your circle. That's it. The entire work is done with the help of the concepts related to first year, that is straight lines, finding the image of point with respect to line. So once if you know this concept also, then only you can crack this problem, right? So one circle is given to you, one line is given to you, you can find the image of the circle with respect to line by taking the radius of the required circle is same as the given circle and center of the circle is image of given circle center with respect to your line. These are the two things involved in this problem. Once if you get that idea and once if you know the image formula, you can easily crack this problem. So by diagram itself, you can get the how to do this problem and you can apply the image formula and crack this problem. Concentric circles. Next concept is concentric circles. The name itself gives the concentric circles. Definition. Concentric. That means all the circles having same center with different radius. So two or more circles having same center and different radii called concentric circles. This is the definition of the concentric circles. See here, this is the one circle, it is another circle, this is the third circle. You can draw infinite number of circles having same center like this. Okay. Now all these circles having the center at C follows different radius. This is the radius of the first circle, this is the radius of the second circle, this is the radius of the third circle. So the radii are different and having same center, this type of circles are called concentric circles. Same center, so that means x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to sum r square. This is varying here. R is varying. There is no change in the x1 and y1. So you can build up infinite number of circle equations, infinite number of circles having same center with different radii. You can build up so many circles. All these circles are called concentric circles. If I expand this one, what happened? X square plus y square minus 2x1x minus 2y1y plus x1 square plus y1 square minus r square equal to 0. See here, up to this one, there is no change. Am I correct or not? Up to here, there is no change. Only the change is this constant. This is varying from point to point. So we can conclude that the concentric circle equations are only differ by constant. By looking two equations itself, you can easily check whether these are concentric or not. If the equations are only differ by constant, I am talking with respect to standard form, only constant, we conclude that both the circles are concentric. For example, x square plus y square plus 4x minus 2y minus 1 equal to 0. Same equation, differ by constant, x minus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. Observe these two equations. Up to here same. Only they are differ by the constant. We conclude that these two are concentric circles because both the circles having same center at -2, 1 with different radii. So what is the center of both the circles? -2, 1, and radius are respectively root of 4 plus 1 plus 1 is radius of one circle, root of 4 plus 1 plus 5, that is here root 6 and root 10. These are the two different radius having same center -2, 1. So this type of circles are called concentric circles. Note that the concentric circle equations are only differ by constant with respect to in the standard form. Okay. Now let us see this theorem. This is the theorem related to lengths of intercept made by the circle. Lengths of intercepts made by the circle with x-axis as well as y-axis. See, this is the theorem. If g square minus c greater than 0, then the intercept made on x-axis by the circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0 is 2 into root of g square minus c. Length of x-intercept made by the circle is 2 into root of g square minus c. Intercept means what? Some circle is there. X-axis cuts your circle at 2 points. Then the distance between the 2 points of intersections is called intercept of the circle made by that line. Intercept of circle made by the line. Here line is what? X-axis. See the figure. This is your standard equation of circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. This is your line. Intersect at this point, say a comma b. This distance is called length of the x-intercept made by the circle with my x-axis. With my x-axis. How to show this one? Its length is, you are going to show that 2 into root of g square minus c. How to get this one? What is the idea of this proof? First of all, once if you know these 2 points, you can immediately find the length. Without finding their points of intersections, can I move to find the length or not? Let us see. Observe the one by one. My first question is, what is equation of x-axis? The equation of x-axis is what? Y is equal to 0. Your equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Just I am going to substitute y equal to 0 in our standard equation. Dear students, I am not going to find their points of intersections. Listen to me. Just I am going to substitute your y value in your equation. Because just like solving, say, but I am not going to solve the points. Remember, just you put y equal to 0. What happened? X square plus 2gx plus c equal to 0. Your y is 0, this term becomes 0, and 2fy is also becomes 0. This is the equation. 100% of the students know this is quadratic equation. From 8th class itself you can see this type of equations. Am I correct or not? X square plus y, 2gx plus c equals to 0 is a quadratic equation. Here the line and circle intersect at 2 real points. I mean, its quadratic equation has 2 real and distinct roots. This quadratic equation has 2 real and distinct roots. Say x1 comma x2. These are the roots of this quadratic equation. Immediately my coordinates are x1 comma 0 and x2 comma 0. This is the logic behind my theorem. If its roots are x1 comma x2, my points are x1 comma 0 and x2 comma 0. Once if you get this thought, immediately you can crack this theorem. Now, what is AB? From diagram itself, AB is equal to modulus of x1 minus x2. Am I correct or not? This is the distance between 2 points on x-axis. So, or you can apply modulus root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus 0 minus 0 whole square. Root of x1 minus x2 whole square. That is mod x1 minus x2. So, can I write this one or not? This can be written as x1 plus x2 whole square minus 4 times of x1 x2. Root of x1 plus x2 whole square minus 4 times of x1 x2. What is x1 plus x2 here? x1 plus x2 is nothing but sum of the roots. What is that? Minus 2g. Minus 2g by 1. Minus b by a. You know the formula. Minus 2g by 1 means minus 2g whole square minus 4 times of product of the roots, c by 1. That is c. So this is nothing but square root of 4g square minus 4c. What do you mean? It is nothing but 2 into root of g square minus c. Is it completed or not? Yes. Just by the logic, it is nothing but mod x1 minus x2. What are x1, x2s? Are the roots of the quadratic equation. Sum of the roots minus b by a, that is minus 2g. Product of the roots c by a, that is c. From that you can calculate the length of x-intercept made by the circle is 2 into root of g square minus c. This is the length of x-intercept made by the circle. If this length is 0, it becomes tangent to the circle. If your length becomes 0, then the line becomes tangent. Either B approaches to A or A approaches to B. At that time, the line becomes tangent to the circle. So what is the condition? G square is equals to C is the condition that circle touches x-axis. My dear students, here G square minus C must and should be positive. Why they are given that condition? If your value under the square root is negative, that is not defined. That is why G square minus C is greater than 0. If it is less than 0, you conclude that the line completely outside the circle. We will discuss the things later also, position of the line with respect to the circle. At that time we discuss deeply. In this manner, we can find the length of x-intercept made by the circle, and also we can find the condition that that line, that is your x-axis, touches your circle S is equals to 0. Thank you.